I really wish I was joking with this title, alongside the fact that I wish I was joking in the link down in the description down below, the video, because highly recommend, not just because of the part I'm going to talk about, but the other parts too. But yeah, it kind of finally happened. I jokingly say kind of because it's already sort of was happening. I mean, I already did a video couple, I think last year per se, about a certain situation, but this is definitely a different one. Yep, it finally happened. Over being teased a lot, it has been finally happened. Pokemon Scalpelers has finally become violent. So, for context, without going too far with it, because again, I recommend the video down below because it doesn't matter how I'm wording it. Apparently, there was a fight in a store for Pokemon cards that went into the fact that someone was packing heat because I guess they just got tired of getting punched a lot and couldn't take the punches, or really just wanted to prove that they're the alpha scalpeler or some bullshit. He pulled out a Glock and shot a guy in the leg. At least that's what it says. Again, the more information is in the description down below. I'm not going to deal with details anyways, but yes, it is true. This is actually effing true. I just saw the video last night. I mean, it was just released last night by Penguin Zero. I know I keep mentioning him a lot, but hey, to be fair, it's a good flow of content, to say the least. You're never going to know what he's going to be talking about. I mean, just earlier, he'd been talking about this weirdo guy who's breaking into people's home looking for a woman. That is not a lie. Second, this guy is thinking he's a, like, again, just watch the Penguin Zero videos. It's a weird story. But anyways, back to the point. The reason why I'm making this video again is I want to jokingly repeat and ramble on about just how stupid this is. Because, again, there's no other details left about this thing other than it's completely fucking stupid. And yes, some fucking idiot decided to go Rambo with a Glock and shot someone in the leg. Now, of course, over again, cardboard. Someone shot someone over cardboard. And it's getting worse too. Like, again, I know this. I know I sound like a broken record, or sound like I'm trying to save my butt, because let's be real here, it looks like I somewhat ripped off Penguin Zero. I mean, I got even like a gamer chair here, but I really recommend watching the rest of the video, other than the news coverage of this person getting shot or some bullshit here, because it is just getting out of control and insane. Like, trust me, there is something else I'm actually keeping hush hush about, because I don't want to spoil the surprise, the true surprise in that video, because there's something else he talks about that's really horrifying, to say the least, that relates to this. It is getting out of hand, to say the least. Like I said before, I sort of stopped collecting Pokemon, well, not playing the games, but mainly collecting merchandise, to say the least, especially the cards, because this is getting out of hand, to say the least. First of all and foremost, this demographic is made for children, and the reason why I always get heated up is because even though I can't truly relate to this, because really there's no relatment towards the children in any way of this, but I grew up in the past, and believe it or not, what many people don't know, or I have talked about before, I don't know, I grew up with the Pokemon cards. I didn't start out with video games. I grew up with the Pokemon cards. I would get the Pokemon games later, but I started off with Pokemon cards. And those are and it was pretty hard to get your hands on it, to say the least, back then, at least for my situation. So, I do feel bad. Now, granted, again, I don't know if this is best way to relate to the situation, but it doesn't matter if you relate or not. Everyone could agree this is fucked up, because kids no longer can get fucking Pokemon cards because of these people who are trying to use the secondhand market as the stock market, as I always jokingly say. And the reason why I keep jokingly saying this is because, just like the stock market is like failing left and right, but it's so messed up because no one. It doesn't feel like no one's stopping this. I know Nintendo nor the Pokemon Company can't truly stop this because they're a company and they don't give a shit. But agreeing towards the end of what Moist Critical said, and I'm going to go one step further with this. Not only will Pokemon vending machines, which I've never really seen one or heard of one, that's just how very much different times than now. I never really care about those Pokemon vending machines in the first place. And I never even used one, so I don't really know. But I don't just believe the vending machines will be banned. I feel like the whole entire Pokemon trading card game will be banned in America at this point if it's getting this too far. Because I know I keep repeating this, but it's so boggling in the mind that people are losing their mind over literal cardboard. I know I keep saying that, but that's because the cards are literally just that. They're cardboard. They're not supposed to be they're not supposed to be Bitcoin or some bullshit. And such. And of course, I am aware this isn't just Pokemon. I mean, I know the other card games as well that are falling apart because of this shit. But mainly it is the Pokemon cards. And mainly it just sucks, It really just sucks, to say the least. It just, and like I said, even though it still blows my mind a little bit, it doesn't surprise me because, again, we already had this shit happen before already with the whole robbery thing. Because this time it's different because, yeah, now there's actual bloodshed. It's like I said before, and this time I jokingly mean this again. It feels like the scalpers are watching these videos and be like, "Oh, you want us to up the level? Okay, bang!" Like I know I already made that joke before with the whole robbery video, but it feels like it again because it's not it like literally it doesn't feel like these scalpers are getting the memo that we are not saying do this or stuff. We're telling them to stop in general because all you're doing is trying to scalpel cardboard up to $1 million because you want to make a profit, and it just sucks. You're ruining the experience. It is going to backfire horribly. And again, this is just one of several times. Like, this is going to be the new norm. First, it was now robberies, and now it's going to be murder. People are going to start murdering other people for cardboard. Like, I really have to keep saying that. Not Pokemon cards, just general cardboard, which actually is general because it's not just Pokemon cards that they're probably going to start murdering people, or there are going to be tons of cards. Oh, we're going to see baseball cards murders at this point. And by the way, that's baseball cards. Who the fuck collects baseball cards anymore? It is nutty, to say the least. This is getting way out of hand and way out of control. And I don't know what else to say other than just give you guys this update. I mean, really, the only thing I will say is it is just sad, honestly. And there's nothing really many people can do. There's definitely nothing kids can do about this. And there's also nothing that the actual collectors can do about this. I mean, collectors are also suffering too. Like I said, I am no longer going after the Pokemon merchandise, not just except for the video games. The video games is a different story. That's easy to get. But the Pokemon merchandise scene is tough. And it's not just because I don't want to just be labeled as a scalper, even though that is a risk. It's also because, really, it's just hard to get your hands on it. And even then, I don't want to be part of that problem. Because I am an adult now. The kids should be experiencing the Pokemon cards, not us. And it is just really fucking sad, honestly. It really is just sad, to say the least. But anyways, yeah, I want to give you this update. If you want to learn more, like I said, the Penguin Zero video is down in the description. I might also link the news broadcast in the comment section if I can find it or whenever I feel like it. But yeah, like please do look into this because it is nuts. And again, I highly recommend watching the rest of the video because it's not just only that. Oh boy, to say the least. Like, oh boy. But anyways, this has been Floxcat, snapping out of here. Bye.